First, I want to go across to Padmaja. Padmaja, the singing, dancing, continuing at Panneerselvam's residence. Where is the man himself?
The man himself is inside. Anyone over here really cares about Panneerselvam at this point. These people are just so overwhelmed just by the fact that they are going to have Panneerselvam as Chief Minister that no one has even bothered to ask about the man himself. In fact, what's really interesting is that because of all these people who are singing and dancing, playing the dhol, a large number of AIADMK leaders like this one who have consistently been making their way inside Panneerselvam's house, they have been stranded outside because this day belongs to the cadre. The leaders are there on the side. This entire road completely jammed, and there you have the ladies. The ladies who are supposed to be, who were supposed to be the primary vote bank of Jayalalitha, and Sasikala thought that ultimately they're going to support her as well. They are the ones turning out in large numbers here for the singing, dancing, and the celebration. Rahul.
Across to S. Srinivasan, senior journalist. He's with us in our Chennai studios. Mr. Srinivasan, singing and dancing on the streets in front of Panneerselvam's residence. Is he the new Chennai super king, or do you think it's too early for these people to be jubilating because the numbers still are with Sasikala?
Yes, true. You still have to wait and watch. If you look at what could be the strategy of Panneerselvam, his first strategy would have been, I suppose, to ensure that Sasikala stays out of power. His second strategy would be to become Chief Minister himself. And the third, also a very important one, who would be the true inheritor of AIADMK, the capture of the party itself. These are the three points. If you look at it, I think he seems to have succeeded in the first one. The remaining two still need to go. Now, if you look at the options before the other faction, Sasikala faction, Sasikala herself is out. It's a huge setback. But the plan B, they would like to kick that into motion, which means putting an alternative CM. It could be anybody, then go for a floor test. Now, what really happens is...
moment as I put out these two graphics, there are two names doing the rounds when it comes to Sasikala's plan B. That's the plan she's now likely to activate. Remember, plan A was Sasikala becoming Chief Minister herself. That's now out of the question with the Supreme Court convicting her. There is E.K. Palanisamy, who's the Public Works Minister in Tamil Nadu. There's K. Sengotian. He's the new Presidium Chairman of the AIADMK. There could be other dark horses as well. Who do you think, Srini, is more likely? Why? Who could be this plan B?
Coming more often, and Sengotian became the Presidium Chairman only recently after the chairman defected, the earlier chairman defected. So the both are there, but before all this, the caste equations will go into motion. Also, who could be retained? These are the factors which will go behind the scene. But the biggest thing which even the AIADMK MLAs and supporters would like is can they ensure that the power remains within AIADMK? Because if there is a huge dissent among them and they fight, and in assembly there is some kind of a imbroglio which results in a president's rule, or it would be advantage DMK. So if they are pragmatic, they would also be working towards to ensure that the AIADMK remains intact. And that would be one more element which would come forward.
I want to go across to Akshay Nath. I've got breaking news coming in. Apparently, there is a meeting taking place inside the Golden Bay Resort. We don't have live pictures from there, but there's a meeting taking place inside the resort. Sasikala is speaking at this time with the MLAs. They're deciding who will be the new chief of the legislative party. So Sasikala is trying to appoint a new chief. Akshay, what can you tell us?
Well, Rahul, we can see that a large number of police officers are coming in and out of the place. We also just now witnessed empty government buses being taken in, and you can see right here the riot police as well as the general police have formed a long queue, and we're being told that the entire road towards the Golden Bay Resort has been blocked. Our colleagues who are coming to Kovathur Golden Bay Resort have been telling us that all through ECR, the entire place is blocked, and what we are understanding is inside there is a conversation going on between the leaders as to what could be the next action plan. Initially, we were being told that Sasikala will become the chief minister, but now they are in talking terms about the secondary options, and what we are being told by our sources is that the names that are being suggested are of Sengotian as well as Edapadi Palanisamy, and they're saying that these two could be the next probable CM candidate, and that was what Sasikala Natarajan will be showcasing. And Rahul, right now outside it's a very tense situation. People really don't know what is happening. They're seeing large number of the general villagers gathering outside the place and waiting to know what is actually happening, because they've seen 10 to 15 riot police buses as well as the police van going in. So they really are hoping and excitedly watching, and they're saying that they want to see if Sasikala will be taken with them, and that is the kind of mood we can find here, Rahul.
Thank you very much, Akshaya, for joining us. KS Geeta is a member of the OPS camp. Ms. Geeta, you've got the verdict in your favor, but at this time, we're breaking the story that there is a meeting taking place inside the Golden Bay Resort where Sasikala is going to choose a new legislator party leader. So it's not going to be that easy for OPS to get the numbers. There is a plan B that's being activated just now.
Yeah, I've always been saying, first let me congratulate that these people have been convicted. This is what I've been telling, that 200% she will never become the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. And on the 20th December, when I filed this case in favor of my friend saying that she was murdered, I said the same words, that Dharma, this is a war between Dharma and Adharma. And I think Dharma is first part of the Dharma is won. There's little more to go. And I don't know how Sasikala can call Dharma will win. Definitely Dharma will win. And she has no locus standi to even use those words. And Dr. Swami, he should accept that if it was not for Dr. Chenna Reddy, then the governor of Tamil Nadu, if he had not signed a prosecution permission, I mean, this whole case wouldn't have come to where it was. And I don't know how many people know that I was instrumental in convincing Dr. Chenna Reddy to sign this prosecution, because the then Congress President Mr. Valapati Ramurthy told Dr. Chenna Reddy not to trust Dr. Swami, but I said, Doctor, that this judgment will one day become a great judgment, and I think it is a great judgment in the history of India as far as the Supreme Court and as far as all this corruption cases go, as Mr. Biswajit said rightfully. I think I write every day a letter to the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, exactly what Mr. Biswajit was saying. And I think at least now the Supreme Court, I'm happy today that the Supreme Court has given a very good judgment. And at least this will be a lesson for all other politicians and bureaucrats. There is so much more to be cleaned up in the system. And let us wait, because I'm sure Plan B will also take place. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of commotion in the floor of the House. And I personally would feel that, instead of all this commotion, if the government of India is sensible, the governor should ask for President's rule, keep this assembly suspended, because I expect a lot of commotion.
President's rule, you consider,
I know what this
you think that OPS may not have the numbers just yet. I want to go across to a very special guest indeed, B.V. Acharya, senior advocate, member of the former Law Commission, Advocate General of Karnataka. In the past, he is the lawyer who's fought long and hard over the years in this disproportionate assets case. So essentially, it's a lot of his effort which is finally bearing fruit. Mr. Acharya, welcome to India today, a day of vindication for you. Your effort finally bearing fruit?
Yes. Certainly, Kattai.
Mr. Acharya, you hear me?
Hearing you.
Okay, so I'm saying, sir, a lot of effort you've put in over the decades, finally bearing fruit. Describe how long and tough this journey has been. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How difficult has this journey been for you, Mr. Acharya? trying to secure conviction of one of India's most prominent politicians?
It was a very difficult task. For more than 12 years, we had to face so many difficulties and hurdles and even threats and such other problems. But ultimately, it is a matter of satisfaction. I won't say I am happy. It is a matter of great satisfaction that ultimately justice is done. And this is one case which shows that however powerful and influential a person may be, if he is really guilty, law will catch up. And it is impossible for a corrupt politician to escape from the clutches of law. In fact, in this case, almost every possible defense has been put forward to escape from the clutches of law. And I had pleaded before the Supreme Court that by their verdict, by laying down the legal principles, you should show that in future, any corrupt politician or official should not have any escape route at all. And I'm sure this judgment is a lesson for the corrupt bureaucrats and politicians who will be very careful in future.
No, does it also, Mr. Acharya, in your view, send out a strong message that if you're a powerful politician, don't think you can bend the system. Justice may take time, it may take 2 decades, but in the end, justice will be delivered.
Correct. That is the exact position here. Though temporarily they were able to get some relief at the hands of the High Court because of some mathematical calculation, ultimately justice has been done, and the Supreme Court was good enough to give us enough time to argue the matter in great detail, pointing out all the material evidence, which are all in the nature of documentary evidence available on record. And it is also a matter of great satisfaction that the special judge who ultimately delivered the judgment did so after a great deal of effort. Single-handedly, he had prepared a judgment of more than 1,000 pages, though he did not get enough assistance from the prosecution side. He meticulously analyzed the evidence in the case and came to a conclusion, which conclusion is now upheld by the Supreme Court. It's a matter of great satisfaction for me.
And imagine, for somebody who's invested for 2 decades in this case, this is a lot of effort, Mr. Bhattacharya. He's fought this case against all odds at a time when he says his family was being threatened, victimized, and now it's a big day for him.
Public prosecutor?
Yes.
Yes, he must be lauded, and I know when the forces are against you, particularly for an officer of the court, like all of us, because we have to do an independent and impartial job. No lawyer takes sides. A lawyer always takes the side of the law.
Absolutely.
In the process, your clients may win, your clients may lose. That's the grace of God, and that's the grace of the law.
Mr. B.V. Acharya, this is sending out a very strong message. This is sending out a very, very strong message to crooked, corrupt netas across the country. It's linked now intrinsically to the power play in Tamil Nadu. But beyond that, if you just look at this in a historical context with a longer time frame, it's sending out a very strong message that the law will come for you. Don't think you can get away. You can delay things, but the law will come for you. And to have been able to achieve that is indeed a very big feat. So thank you very much, B.V. Acharya, for joining us. Many congratulations. You have every reason to celebrate and to be joyous today. Thank you so much, Mr. Acharya. Special public prosecutor fought long and hard trying to get Jayalalitha convicted, finally feels a sense of vindication. I want to go across now to K.C. Palanisamy. He's an AIADMK leader, former minister in Jayalalitha's cabinet. He's an OPS supporter.